Hello and welcome to Value Chain TV News Update. I am Adalbio Gwejofor with the news. And on the news update, President Bola Tinubu has authorized the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources Oil, Heineken Lokpobiri, to serve as the chairman of the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, NCDMB. This was revealed in a statement signed by the Special Advisor on Media and Publicity to the President, Ajuri Ngelale, outlining other appointees in the board's governing council and management team. Chat Moses completes the report.
Ngelale noted that the President expects the newly highly qualified body of experts to discharge their duties with patriotic resolve to significantly enhance indigenous industry participation in the energy sector, as part of the Renewed Hope Agenda's mandate to achieve the goal of 70% indigenous content and participation in the nation's energy industry during the lifespan of his administration. He added that appointment was in conformity with Section 71, Subsection 1, Section 72, and Section 73 of the Nigerian Oil and Gas Industry Content Development Act of 2010. For Value Chain TV, Chat Moses reporting.
The Dangote oil refinery is set to commence production as the first crude shipment arrives at the facility. This was confirmed in a report by S&P Global, which stated that the OTS tankers carrying 950 barrels of Nigeria's Agbami crude set sail. S&P Global added that the tanker is currently en route to Lekki, Lagos State, which is the nearest land port to Dangote's offshore crude receiving terminal. It pointed out that the arrival of the first crude shipment at the mammoth 19 billion Dangote refinery marks a significant milestone for Nigeria's oil industry. The chairman of the Senate Appropriation Committee, Senator Adeola Olamilekon, has ordered the Group Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, Mele Kyari, to appear before the committee within 24 hours. The committee chairman also asked Kyari to be present in the company of the Executive Secretary of the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission. The oil agency had earlier ignored summons by the Senate to appear before its committee over probing of over 11 trillion naira expenditure on turnaround maintenance of refineries in the country between 2010 and 2023 for a second time. The committee has demanded they present the list of all individual companies operating in oil mining licenses in Nigeria and the total production output approved daily. You're still watching News Update on Value Chain TV. We'll be right back shortly after the break. Stay with us.
Dear colleagues and industry partners, on behalf of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I would like to invite you all to join us for the 7th edition of the Nigeria International Energy Summit 2024, Nigeria's premier and official oil and gas meeting due to take place in Abuja from February 26th to March 1st, 2024.
NIES remains the only official industry trade event of the federal government with the approval of the Federal Executive Council. Being the first edition to be held under the current administration, the importance of NIES 2024 becomes even the more significant.
The theme of the summit for this year's event is navigating the new energy world order, security, transition, and finance. It aims to match Africa's attractiveness to the right investment partnership while ensuring greater participation and engagement of indigenous businesses in the sector. Within the challenges of climate change and energy transition lie opportunities for a future where Nigeria's hydrocarbon resources play a central role in powering our nation, the African region, and the world at large, while at the same time safeguarding our environment.
His Excellency Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, will be the special guest of honor. As tradition, NIES 2024 will feature the highest level of attendance by top decision makers, industry leaders, and all stakeholders from both the public and private sectors from across Africa and the global energy community.
We'll be there to personally welcome you to the 7th edition of the Nigeria International Energy Summit 2024. Further details on the event will be obtained from its website. Thank you and welcome to the Nigeria International Energy Summit 2024.
Welcome back to News on Value Chain TV. Moving on. Former Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Sanusi, Lamido, has advised President Bola Tinubu against occupying the office of the Minister of Petroleum Resources, saying that such arrangements will make it difficult for the country to hold the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited accountable. He made this known while delivering his remarks at the Bank Directors Summit, organized by the Bank Directors Association of Nigeria in Abuja. According to him, the idea of the president occupying the Petroleum Minister office will make it difficult for anyone to raise the question of accountability. Sanusi, who was the CBN governor from June 2009 to February 2014, also adjured the NNPC as the most opaque oil company in the world, where he also faulted the NNPCL for allegedly failing to remit enough foreign exchange into the government's coffers despite the removal of fuel subsidy by the current administration. Federal Capital Territory FCT Minister Nyesom Wike has tackled presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, over his comments against the federal government's plan to spend 15 billion naira on the residence of the vice president. The minister was responding to comments credited to Mr. Peter Obi, faulting the 15 billion naira allocation for the vice president's residence in a series of tweets on his X handle. Wike said that rather than commend the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the LP chieftain and other election losers were whipping up sentiments. Value Chain had earlier reported that the Social, Economic Rights and Accountability Project called on the Senate President Godswill Akpabio to reject plan by FCT Minister Nyesom Wike to expend 15 billion naira for a befitting vice president's residence. And that's it on the news update. I am Adalbi Ogwejofo. Thanks for staying with us.